First, let's create a background for our image. Simply click the canvas on a new canvas, and then we can start to filter. So in this case, I'm going to find an image called a bulldog. I'm going to select that. I'm going to adjust the image to the canvas. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so we've got some room to play with. And then what I'm going to do is put a little thought bubble here. So I'm going to use the shape. I'm going to add that. I'm going to go to the layer controls. And I'm going to choose the thought bubble shape, which is, there we go. I'm going to put that there and just stretch that out. Maybe just move that up a little bit. And also what I'm going to do is change the transparency of that so we can see the bulldog coming through. Here we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to want to put the profile image in there. So when we're thinking about them, this could be, so it could be their logo or their profile, whatever. In this case, I'm going to use the profile. So I'm going to get the profile element and drag that onto the canvas. I'm going to stretch that out so it fits in there nicely. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that so it's round rather than square. So now what we've got is you can see the user's profile there to show the bulldog thinking about them. But now from a fallback perspective, if we don't have that profile, rather than just show this image here, like the default profile image, what we can do is we can change that with fallbacks. So in this case, we've got two options for default image. One, we can choose to show the logo. So that's firmographic personalization. If we have either a business email or we have the company website data, then we'll be able to show the logo. If neither of those are true, and we also don't have their profile image, then we can choose a default image. So in this case, what I'm going to do is go up to my image library, and I think I've got, I had a cat in here somewhere. Yeah, this cute cat. I'm going to select that, and now we can see that instead of the profile of the person, we can have the cat there, so it still makes some sort of sense. And then, we could do the same process, for example, with the logo. So we're going to have the logo on the board. And again, what I'm going to do is going to resize that. I'm going to just slightly skew it so it fits in the board. I'm going to go to the settings. Can again make it round, my own choice. How I like it. And then rather than having the logo, if we don't have the logo available, again, I'm going to choose a default logo. So in this case, I'm going to go to the image library. And what I'm going to do in this case is, I don't want to have two cats, so I'm going to choose transparency. We've got a transparency in here, and it'll be available in your account by default. So now we can see the default for the logo is a transparency. So now we've got the thought bubble, which is going to be the profile fallback of the cat, and the logo in the corner fallback of transparency. Then we can go on from there and add our text that we want to stay on the board, and obviously from here we can start to change the styling of that. So go to settings again, increase the size. Obviously, we can change the font, something maybe a bit more bold, change the color, etc. And then from there, we can start to add some merge tags. So, for example, we'd be hi, first name, thanks for connection. Obviously, we can then drag that out. You have to make that significantly bigger to fit nicely on the board. Not quite there, so something like that maybe. And obviously we can move that around the dog's paws. There we go. So we've got kind of our personalized image now with fallbacks. From a textual fallback perspective, we can also set those. So again, we can go back to the settings for that specific layer. In this case, we have text defaults. So if, for example, we were using the business name, and again, one of the areas that could be not available for LinkedIn data, we could have a fallback. We don't have business name to show either. We could say or type in a kind of a fixed variable like your business, or indeed choose another variable that we know would be be available, such as first name or last name, etc., and choose to have that variable replace it. So that's how fallbacks work. Hopefully this has been a useful video just to give you a quick overview of how to create your first personalized image and work around fallback data. See you in the next video.